Mortarion is a grim and tragic figure in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, one of the 20 Primarchs created by the Emperor of Mankind. Originally a noble but deeply scarred individual, Mortarion fell to corruption and became a Daemon Primarch of Nurgle, the chaos god of decay, disease, and despair. He leads the Death Guard, a legion of space marines twisted into bloated, plague-ridden warriors who spread pestilence and ruin across the galaxy. Mortarion's life began in tragedy. Scattered across the galaxy like all the other Primarchs, he landed on the planet Barbarous, a toxic, death-shrouded world ruled by cruel alien overlords who inhabited mountain fortresses high above the poisonous fog. Mortarion was raised by one of these overlords, a powerful and sadistic warlord who subjected Mortarion to constant suffering while grooming him as a tool of oppression. However, Mortarion possessed incredible resilience and a hatred for tyranny, eventually escaping the warlord's control and descending into the toxic lowlands, where he rallied the oppressed human population. He led them in a rebellion against the alien overlords, waging brutal wars to liberate Barbarous. Mortarion's defining confrontation came when he tried to storm the highest fortress, where the toxic air was so deadly even he could not endure it. As he faltered, the Emperor of Mankind appeared, offering to save the day and grant Mortarion leadership of the Death Guard Legion, if he pledged loyalty. Mortarion agreed, but he resented the Emperor for intervening in what he saw as his personal battle. This resentment would fester, fueling Mortarion's later betrayal. As leader of the Death Guard, Mortarion instilled in his legion the same grim endurance and resilience he had learned on Barbarous. They became masters of attrition warfare, enduring impossible hardships to grind down their enemies. However, Mortarion's simmering hatred of the Emperor and his disdain for psychers made him susceptible to the whispers of chaos. During the Horus Heresy, when his brother Horus Lupercal rebelled against the Emperor, Mortarion joined the traitors. His path to damnation was sealed during the Death Guard's infamous Plague Fleet incident, where the Legion became trapped in the warp. Desperate to save his warriors from a horrific warp-spawned plague, Mortarion made a pact with Nurgle. In exchange for their salvation, he and his legion became permanently corrupted, their bodies bloated with disease and decay, transforming into the grotesque, plague-infested warriors they remain today. After the heresy, Mortarion ascended to become a demon prince of Nurgle. In this form, he became even more monstrous, his body a horrifying amalgam of rotting flesh and unnatural resilience. As the Lord of Nurgle's plague planet, Mortarion leads endless campaigns of disease and destruction against the Imperium, spreading his patrons vile gifts across the galaxy. Mortarion is a deeply tragic character. He began as a freedom fighter who despised oppression, but his bitterness, pride, and inability to forgive the Emperor's perceived interference led him to betray everything he once stood for. Now, as a champion of chaos, Mortarion embodies despair, decay, and the inevitability of death. In battle, he is a towering, plague-ridden nightmare, wielding his scythe Silence and his lantern, the Phosphex Bombard, to devastating effect. Mortarion's tale is one of a noble soul corrupted by pride and despair, forever chained to the dark will of Nurgle.